Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday night at the movies.
Now, with all the talks about the menu, trailing Hong Kong,
Yes.
there's something even better in the news.
Even better?
There's something even worse
Okay.
than losing to ASEAN, Neil.
According to you.
It's a remake of everyone's favorite classic.
Well, not my favourite classic, your favourite classic.
Well, it's your daughter's favorite classic.
She
as
does
well.
like it, yes.
Yeah.
And we're talking about...
Friday night at the movies.
Oh, I was going to say Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter's turn this week.
Yes, folks, Dan has been sulking all week
Yeah.
because this week they announced the 3 leads have been cast in the new HBO
Yeah.
Harry Potter series. Newcomers, obviously.
Yeah.
Dominic McLaughlin,
Yeah.
Alistair Stout and Arabella Stanton have
Yep.
been cast to play Harry Potter, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger.
Now, honestly, kudos to those actors because more than 30,000 actors had auditioned for the lead roles since HBO launched an open casting call last fall.
Yep.
But I gotta be honest. This feels like Marvel all over again. You know, you're trying to ride out the wave of the Infinity War. You're trying to come out with something just because the previous franchise did so well.
Yeah.
And you just can't seem to beat it. So originality is just out of the window for me.
Fair
I
enough.
feel.
Look, I
Yeah.
honestly don't have a big opinion one way or the other, but how is it any different to Spider-Man or Superman or
And
Batman,
that's what I don't
which
like
gets
about it.
remade every 10 years?
Exactly.
And people forget, to me, I'm an old man, to
Yeah.
me, Harry Potter seems like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But actually, you can double
Oh,
check.
it's
I
been a
think the
long time,
first
Neil.
movie was
2000.
2002 or
Yeah.
maybe. So
Yeah.
we are talking nearly a quarter of a century ago.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's not that recent. It's just that they're repeated all the time.
Then
So
again,
people assume.
because the series did run, and you did see how Daniel Radcliffe grew up from like a 5-year-old to like where he stands today as a 30-year-old, right? So we've seen that. Why do we need to see another one?
Because there's a brand new generation, and one of the criticisms of the movies by diehard fans was
Yeah.
because they're movies, you didn't get into the depths and the layers of the novels, which you can
I
across
guess.
long-running TV series. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's going to run for almost a decade. So you can have hours and hours of TV for
Yeah.
one book.
If you're going to milk a series, might as well do it for decades, right?
Why is it any difference to Snow White gets remade, Lion King gets remade, or take other classics, Little Women, Hamlet, Macbeth.
Okay.
These are our generation's classics.
I think when it comes to the princess, right, especially when it comes to Snow White or what's the recent one? Cinderella, they haven't really had live action film that
Okay.
was done. It was normally an animation or animated film.
Fair point.
So for them to remake it for the first time, if they've done it, kudos to them. I think it's fair. I think there are a couple of other films that were remade because the first one was a flop, obviously. I think there was like the Snow White one didn't actually exactly do very well. So if they had to remake that, fine, so be it, because you had to find a name for yourself, right? Because Snow White is a classic. So if it is a case where you did so well for the franchise, I don't see a need for you to just remake the entire film.
I think it's
altogether.
because
Yeah.
HBO, through Warner Brothers, owns the property.
Yeah.
And they're launching their HBO Max. They've got their streaming service.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter consistently, along with Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
is always amongst their most streamed movies.
And
So
we've
you've
still
got
got Fantastic Beasts as well. They haven't
They
finished the
weren't very
series.
good. They've dumped them. They've dumped them after
Look at
3
that.
movies.
Right?
But everybody's gone to TV now.
Yeah.
Everybody watches
Streaming is taking over.
prestige television rather than go to the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Mission Impossible, the new one, it's doing okay. It's not doing fantastic.
But it's newer
at the box
ideas, you know what I
office.
mean? Like it doesn't like feed on the success of the previous films. I feel like the new storyline, as long as it's like seeing the character develops, it's not like a blast of the past where you're just talking about Tom Cruise as a kid again.
No,
You know?
But some of the, you're a big fan. Some of the criticisms do make me laugh. I went online, I had a look, and there were some people saying, "This is terrible. I've never even heard of these kids."
Yeah.
Well, of course you haven't. They're 9 years
yeah,
old.
they're young. Like,
if you had
come on.
heard of them,
Yeah.
it would be weird.
What's another one?
They said, right, Nick Frost, who's an actor I like a lot.
Okay.
Nick Frost is in Hot Fuzz and lots of other movies.
Okay.
He's going to play Hagrid.
Okay.
And everyone's saying, but he's not even Scottish. You know, Robbie Coltrane was Scottish. Yes, but he's also not 10 feet tall. You know, these things are fictional. What happens next? They haven't cast Voldemort, right?
Yeah.
So what are they going to say now?
He doesn't have a flat nose.
The actor has a nose. That's outrageous. Voldemort doesn't have a nose. They've cast an actor with a nose. Whatever next. It's nonsense.
Well, I mean, as much as I like to be critical about this, I think there's some criticisms that are a little bit too far. So let's just leave it as
Will you watch it?
To be honest, I can hate it as much as one, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm still going to watch it.
Because, of course you will.
Because I like the film. I like. I really like the storyline, and I like how it really walks us through.
It could be better.
You know,
it could be deeper. It could be richer.
Perhaps it could
HBO has always been a bastion for quality television.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones.
I adore HBO. I watch everything on HBO.
Yep.
My question for you is: you always say, right? Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, OG
is your
Mount
my
Everest.
hero.
He is my hero.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But did you watch the Andrew Garfield ones? Yes. I don't even need to know. You did. Am I wrong? Thank you.
Whatever, Neil Humphreys.
And did you watch the Tom Holland Spider-Mans?
I did.
Yes.
I was watching it to be critical.
And did you watch the Spider-Man Into the Universe, Interverse, Multiverse, whatever it's called, animated one? Yes.
No, not really.
You
wait,
never watched those?
you're talking about the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales, right?
It won the Oscar, yeah.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
I fell asleep watching that.
No, but to be fair, that was a completely different story from your main Spider-Man.
This will be completely different.
Yeah. I mean,
different
same characters.
Okay, no, it won't be completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course not.
That's my point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't give it a go. I didn't even watch the movies.
Wait, you didn't watch the whole thing?
I'll tell you one funny story.
Yeah.
So it's so old. About 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, 2004, 5.
Neil.
I was an arts editor.
You're old.
I know. I was an arts editor at a newspaper.
Yeah.
And because I was arts editor, I got 2 tickets to the premiere of one of the Potter movies.
Okay, yeah.
It was the one where they had the World Cup, Sports Cup.
Say Potter again.
Harry Potter.
No, say Potter.
Potter. Potter.
I like it when a British says Potter.
Potter. Harry Potter. Right?
Okay.
So it was the one where they have this big cup sports quizzling nonsense tournament.
Yeah, I think that's Goblet of Fire.
Somewhere, yes.
Goblet of Fire.
It was
yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
And I went with a young
That's my favorite one, by the way.
Okay, well, this is quite funny. I went with a young journalist who I did not know.
Okay.
So I basically sent an email out to the whole office of this newspaper.
Yeah.
I got a spare ticket. Does anyone want to go?
Yeah.
Because my wife doesn't. Thinking no one would care.
Yeah.
And this very geeky, young intern type journalist went, and it was the most excruciating night of my life because I'd never spoken to this person. I'd never met her.
Okay.
And so we went on this movie together.
Yeah.
And she kept saying in my ear, "That's not like the book. That's not like the book. That's not like the book. That's not right." She was like full on geeky, you know. And I was like,
that's kind of annoying.
And I kept saying, "I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I haven't read the book. I don't care. I'm just doing this because I'm arts editor.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. That's not right. That's not right. That didn't happen. That's different."
Dear.
And then at the end of the film, it was so weird.
Yeah.
She just went, "Thanks, bye," and went back to the office. And I swear this is true.
Yeah.
Never spoke to her again.
What?
Weird, right?
This
I
is
never
strange.
spoke to her again. I don't know how long she stayed in the office.
Yeah.
I don't know if she became a reporter. I
Yeah.
don't know where she is today.
Yeah.
I only ever spoke to her that night during that movie when she drove me absolutely mad, and I never spoke to her again. I'm now beginning to think she wasn't real. She was like some figment of my imagination.
That sounds like you had your little Dobby.
It was a strange night.
You know Dobby, the little elf.
Of course. I have
the
a
one that's
great
always, like,
story
doing-
about Dobby, but I'll have to tell you another time.
But you know what?
Go on. Are you going to watch it? Yes.
I am going to watch it at the end of the day. You know, I hope they don't butcher this, and I hope they don't ruin the legacy that our dear OG, Daniel Radcliffe, what's the other names as well? It runs by Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
And the other guy, what's his name again?
The ginger one.
The ginger one, yeah. But I hope they don't just ruin the legacy that they've left behind. And hopefully this would be, you know, a breath of fresh air, perhaps. So what's your best Harry Potter impersonation?
I don't know which impression you want. Harry Potter.
The boy who lived has come to die.
I can't beat that, folks. That's Friday night at the movies.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.